Hi there, I'm Paola Bagnall and I'm author of the book Birth Made Easy, which is the use of hypnosis for a wonderfully natural childbirth. And with me today is Emma, who used my inner power hypnobirthing technique, and so I'm going to ask her a few questions about it. Hi Emma.
Hello Paola.
I'd just like to know why you chose hypnobirthing and why you came to see me.
Okay. I came to see you on my second pregnancy. My first pregnancy had not turned out the way I wanted in terms of the birth and the aftermath of the birth. I had quite a difficult time. I gave birth in my local hospital on that occasion, and I had attended all the antenatal classes, so I thought I knew what to expect, but on the day it turned out very differently. The baby I had was huge. He was 10 pounds.
Wow. A big baby.
Yep, so that meant that things took a bit of a different turn to the one I'd been expecting in terms of, you know, having a really wonderful natural childbirth. I was quite shell-shocked as a result of that, and I think the baby was too, which meant we had problems with bonding, and breastfeeding was really tough, and that was something I really had wanted to do. So all in all, it was a tough time, and I wanted to really do something different when it came to my second pregnancy. Incidentally, during that first pregnancy, one of the girls at the antenatal class had herself done hypnobirthing. And although I'm ashamed to say I probably gave her a bit of a wry smile when she said what she was doing, it turned out that her experience was fantastic. She had given birth at home, and because she was so relaxed, everything had progressed much more quickly than expected, and she gave birth at home with her husband before the ambulance arrived. So she wiped the smile off my face, and when it came to my second pregnancy, I thought, I'm going to have some of that. So I looked around at different methods. I liked your method because it was so holistic. It dealt not only with the birth itself, but also with the bonding process, with the confidence as a mother stuff, and also with the breastfeeding. And because of my first experience, I really wanted to change all of those things. So I came to you and did some work with you one-to-one, which went very well, and you gave me a CD, which I listened to every day. And I found very quickly that I started to feel very differently about the impending birth. Instead of approaching it with fear, I was anticipating it with excitement and even joy. And that seemed to accumulate every day that I used the CD.
That's good.
So by the time I came to give birth, it was a completely different experience. It happened quickly, naturally, easily. I was so relaxed, the midwives thought I was tranquilised. Breastfeeding, bonding, all just flowed and happened in a way that I'd never have expected given my first experience. So it was a completely different and joyful experience.
So that's fantastic. So as well as the self-hypnosis techniques I taught you, did you use any of the other techniques as well?
I used the breathing techniques. I found those particularly useful. I also used the glove anaesthesia, which my partner learned to do.
Yes.
To help anaesthetise my back during the labour, and I found the visualisations were really effective. I could even hear your voice as I was going through labour because I'd heard it every day on the CD.
So your partner felt very involved in the process, and that's something I'd like to say to everybody, that the inner power hypnobirthing method does actually include the partner so that they know exactly what to do during the birth and help the mum to give birth more easily, because I think it's useful to have that support, unlike some programmes that you see on TV where the partners are just sat there doing nothing and not knowing what to do and feeling very helpless, and that's what the inner power hypnobirthing does.
Yes, I think that is what happens, Paola, and I think that's what happened to us first time around. Second time around, using your programme, it was so different because we both knew what we were doing. We both had a role, and that left us both feeling more confident and empowered.
Oh, thank you, Emma. That's really great. So anyone out there pregnant, with their partner, this is a book for you, The Inner Power Hypnobirthing Method, Birth Made Easy, which comes with its free self-hypnosis CD that teaches you and reinforces self-hypnosis that is explained in the book to help you have a wonderfully natural childbirth as nature intended. And you can buy my book on www.birthmadeeasy.co.uk, as well as on Amazon and Kindle and iBooks.